video, I mentioned in the directions if you wanted to see me work through one. This is on page 28 in your note packet. So number 3, this problem is consisting of quiz problems. So at the top here it says the Algebra 2 quiz consists of computational problems, I'm going to underline that one, and graphing problems. Computational problems are worth 5 points each, and graphing problems are worth 10 points each. You can answer a computational problem in 3 minutes and a graphing problem in 5 minutes. You have 60 minutes to take the quiz, and you may choose no more than 14 problems to answer. So at the very end here are the 2 variables. How many computational problems and graphing problems do you need to answer? So define your variables. So let's just say x is computational problems, or the number of computational problems, and then y will be the graphing problems. Okay, so you need the profit cost equation. So in this case, profit is number of points. Okay, so think of this, you want to earn the highest score on the quiz you can. So when we come up here and look, how many points are they worth? So at the beginning here, it says computational are worth 5 points and graphing are worth 10. So that's like your profit. So we're going to have P equals, so 5x, because x was computational, and then plus 10y. And then now you need the linear constraints, or the inequalities. So let's write those first 2 out that we have been talking about. So x greater than or equal to 0, and then y greater than or equal to 0. So you can't answer a negative number of problems. So that's why both of those are above 0. So then the other pieces, let's go to the middle here. You can answer a computational problem in 3 minutes, a graphing problem in 5, and then you have 60 total minutes. So all of that time has to go into the same inequality. So we've got computational is 3 minutes, so we want 3x since x is computational. Graphing for 5 minutes, so plus 5y, and you can't go over 60 minutes, so you can be less than or equal to 60. And then the final item up here is the 14. So it says you may choose no more than 14 problems to answer. So between the 2, you can answer some computational, some graphing, but you can't go over that 14. So this will just be x plus y less than or equal to 14. So I have on your notes a graph, but we're going to use Desmos. So I'm going to switch over to Desmos. I already have this graphed out. So remember, what we're looking for is this double shaded area. So when you look at that double shaded area, you want the corners. So there are 4 corner points here. So right there, 0, 12 that I just clicked. Of course, 0, 0 is a corner. This one down here is at 14, 0. And then where they intersect on the graph is at 5, 9. So those 4 points there on the screen, those are the corners of that double shaded area. Okay, so let's transfer those over back to the notes. So I'm going to go on. Let's just go on to the next page where it says find each corner point. So you don't have to worry about graphing it since we're going to use Desmos. So the corner points we said were 0, 0, and pause the video and actually type it into Desmos on your own, because I want you to recreate this graph and get the exact same thing I have. So we have 0, 0, we've got 0, 12, we've got 5, 9, and 14, 0. Okay. All right, so now we need to figure out the maximum number of points. So we're going to go back to that profit equation. Okay, remember our profit is number of points. So we said that equation, go ahead and recopy it here. So P equals 5x plus 10y. So you need to plug in these 4 ordered pairs and work through the math and which one gives you the highest profit, or in this case, the highest number of points. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in 0, 0, but you'll see it doesn't really help me because it will just give me 0 points. So we've got 5 times 0 plus 10 times 0, which of course will just give me 0. So we won't really need that one. But we need to do the others. So 0, 12, you're going to plug that in. We're going to plug in 5, 9, and then 14, 0. So you might pause it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of work through this, but feel free to pause it and see if you match the answer I get. So you're going to do 5 times 0 for 0, 12 plus 10 times 12. And so when you work through that, you get 120. Now plug in 5, 9. So 5 times 5 plus 10 times 9, and you end up with 115. And then the last one of 14, 0. So 5 times 14 plus 10 times 0 is 70. So the largest one here is 120. So your goal here, if you go back to the problem at the very end, you're trying to figure out how many computational problems and graphing problems should you answer. So I want to answer, I'm going to use this ordered pair of 0, 12. So the 0 goes with x, and we said those were computational. The 12 goes with y, those were graphing. And so what this says is if we answer 0 computational and 12 graphing and get them all right, you will get 120 points, which is the largest number here. So you want to wrap this up with a sentence. So I would just say, you could probably shorten it and say 0 computational and 12 graphing will give you 120 points. Okay, and so that's your solution here. So you maximized your number of points by plugging those in. So when you're working through the 2 examples that you're working on in class today, feel free to back through this video if you want to refer to any parts of it.